Welcome home. If you are hearing my voice for the very first time, I thank you for joining me. If you are returning, then I thank you for allowing me to serve you. I am Phoenix on purpose. My purpose is to serve, and I love to show you how. Now have a seat, look around, and like some stuff. But most importantly, stick with me. I am going to teach you a thing or two about a thing or two. This is Purpose, Not Permission, Episode 2. There are probably 39,865,000,000,000 podcasts and webinars and episodes and series and, you name it, shows that you can watch or subscribe to, listen to, enroll in that are going to sell you the idea that they have the keys to whatever your success should look like to you. Okay? They're going to decide for you what your success should be, and they're going to dangle jiggly hula gals in front of you and make it look shiny and beautiful and pretty and easy. Okay? But the truth is, until you actually do the work to find out who you are, the person that you stare at every single day when you get up and you go to your bathroom and you look in your mirror and you brush your teeth and you wash your face and you make your decision in your mind about what you are going to do that particular day for your life. Okay? Because it's always you. It is you versus you. I don't really subscribe to whatever distraction you have around you. I don't subscribe to your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your brother, father, sister, mother, kids, dog, cat, rabbit, hamster. It is you. You compartmentalize your body and your being every single day. No one else hears the thoughts that are going on inside of your head except for you. Who do you want to be in life? Where do you find your place of peace? Are you happy? What do you want to do with yourself every single day? If your day is not already planned out prior to you waking up in the morning. See, I just listened to a sermon from my favorite spiritual leader, I'll say, Bishop Jakes. And it was so moving. He said, if you are willing to cancel your enrollment to the fraternity of your history, then you can embrace the membership of your destiny. Your yesterday is gone. You cannot relive yesterday. You cannot hop in a DeLorean, okay? One of my favorite childhood movies, Back to the Future. The DeLorean in what we see that as right now, what we have access to, I'll say it like that, does not exist. We cannot get into a time machine and travel backwards and make anything different that has already happened. The only power that you have is to transcend your current circumstances if you don't like them, okay, and move forward. Understand that usually everything that we are exposed to by way of our environments, whatever role models we have in our lives, which are normally growing up, your role models are possibly your parents or a guardian or, whomever was responsible for your nurturing and your care, right? And who brought you up. Whatever person that was who was responsible for your upbringing, even if you had, a rough upbringing and you had to raise yourself, you had some model, somebody maybe, on the street, or a person that you befriended, or a cashier, store clerk, whatever model that was for your life, right? Usually what we're exposed to is what we wind up becoming. What we see on television, and this new age era of what we see on social media, right? And we are so invested in the lives of other people. We watch these reality television shows, right, that paint these narratives about who we are, and that information gets stored in our brain. And we watch that and we are front and center, and we see all that, and then we go on to social media, and because that's in our psyche, that's what we gravitate toward. And then we become, a part of John Q. Public, who likes to, get into the nastiness of the back and forth, and we're invested in who's married and who's divorced and who's had kids and who's done. We're all in their lives, and we're living vicariously through these models and these and I say model in a sense of a model of what our behavior should look like, right? We're invested in these lives of these characters that are being portrayed to us, and we are deeply invested in who's doing what with who and why and where and when, and we're paying all that attention, right? Meanwhile, no one's paying any attention to your life. Who's running your life? Who is making a different decision? Who's doing something different today that you didn't do yesterday? You are unhappy at your job. Whatever it is that you do for a living, you hate it, okay? But you still show up at that job every single day, and you go in and you complain, and you bring bad energy to that environment, right? And it disrupts the whole, I want to call it the butterfly effect of what happens in life. I know that this is true because that is who I was. I worked in a corporate structured environment in the telecom industry for years upon years upon years. And the salary was okay, because that was all that I was exposed to. I thought that the idea of living a happy life was you get up every day and you go to work for someone else, and you do well at that job, and you come home, and meanwhile you fight rush hour traffic, and you rush to get home, and you rush to prepare dinner, and you rush to go sit in front of the television to watch someone else's life, and then you rush to go to bed because the next day you have to rush to get up in the morning and rush to iron your clothes and rush to take a shower and rush to get dressed and rush to go back to that job. And then you sit there, and then you rush to go to lunch, and then you rush to go to break, and then you rush to get back to your desk, and then you rush through traffic to go home, to sit on the couch, to watch TV. That is not living. That is Groundhog Day, literally. Groundhog's Day. You're reliving the same day every single day and every single night. You are doing the same exact thing. You are walking through your life with your eyes wide shut. You are missing the most beautiful parts of life. Your structured environment and your block and your street and your neighborhood and your city is not all that there is to life. I want you to entertain the idea of buying a passport. It does not cost that much, I promise you. The process right now is delayed, obviously, with everything happening in our world. But that's not going to be forever. Yes, travel is limited, but travel is not done. There are people that are still traveling. There are people that are still exploring this beautiful world. You can too. You want to do something different. You want to see something different, but you are afraid. You are afraid that leaving your place of comfort is going to frighten you. You are afraid that you're not going to know how to maneuver outside of your place of comfort. I have been there. Listen to me. This is a super transparent moment, okay? Understand. Number one, I don't know what true happiness is. That's being completely honest. I know what peace is. I know what peace is. And I know that happiness is compartmentalized because we all have moments. We all have our times when we feel like we're really, really happy, right? Until a certain circumstance may happen. And that has nothing to do with any sort of material thing or even finances, right? Because all of that is temporary. Material things mean nothing. And happiness isn't something that you can buy. You can't find it. No one can give it to you. It comes from within. It comes from truly, truly being at peace inside, satisfied with the decisions that you've made for your life, having faith and knowing that your future is bright, right? Because you've set yourself in a position to really start doing something different. Turn the television off. Get off social media. Turn your telephone off. You are on social media every single day, from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep. And you are scrolling, and you are scrolling, and you are scrolling, and you are scrolling. And you are in the comments section, and you are reading, and you are reading. And then you go down a rabbit hole, because then you want to see who said what on that page and what their profile. Listen, we're all voyeurs. I understand it. It's like you're watching a car crash, and you cannot turn away. You can't turn because it is oh my goodness. I can't stop looking. But yeah, you can, because the disaster that's happening is you. I understand that this may be not the best way to put it, and it may be a triggering topic and a triggering comment, but understand that I want the best for you, whatever that best looks like to you. And once you find that best for you, that best to you will lead to your idea of what success looks like to you. It's not a dollar amount in your bank account. It is living in your purpose. It is doing the thing that you absolutely love, that you absolutely love doing this one specific thing, because when you do that thing, it doesn't feel like work. We'll talk more about that later on another video. Right now, I want you to start small, and I want you to turn the television off. Stop scrolling. You're clicking through television show after show after show, and you're scrolling through post after post after post. And you are searching and You know what you're looking for? You're looking for yourself. And you're never going to find it. Okay? Newsflash. You're never going to find what you're looking for scrolling on social media and pretending to not know that you are unhappy inside. You don't even want to entertain your own life because it's too painful. The idea of me turning this mirror on you right now is probably triggering. If that is the case, I need you to find out why. I want you to do your work to uncover who you are. Discover you. You're beautiful. You have beautiful talents and gifts that if you just take some time to cultivate them, pull out a journal, write down your thoughts, write down a list of 10 things that you absolutely cannot stand about yourself and your life. the things that you want to work on and try to change. And I want you to commit every single day to tackling one. And it does not have to be a complete tackle. Start. Make an effort. Make an effort. Try to find you. Understand this. I grew up in impoverished neighborhoods, okay? Surrounded by woe is me. Please understand and hear me. In one of the largest Commonwealth states in the U.S., okay? Everything about my environment and my circumstances dictated that I would still be in that environment and under those circumstances today, saying, woe is me, and being a victim. But for the grace of God and the single parent who raised me and who modeled to me that you are going to get up and you're going to get a job. I worked from probably the age of 15 when I could first get, working papers. Every summer after school, I worked. My mother gave me responsibilities. You have a little pager, you have your little house phone, that you have your phone and your separate line, your teenage line. You're going to pay your own bill, your pager and your house phone bill. It was probably $25 a month, but that was my first taste of, you are going to be a responsible person. That is going to groom you into being a responsible, fully accountable adult. See, it all starts in childhood. You hear people often refer back to how they were raised and, what environments they were in. And the part is always left out, that yes, there are struggles. Yes, there are. I acknowledge that fully. There are struggles. This pandemic, understand something. This is devastating in so many different ways, but you can make a decision to turn off the television, get off social media, and do something different. You don't have the excuse of not having time. We all have time, okay? There are schools that are offering free training courses online. You have a cell phone. That's all you need. You don't need a computer. You don't need a laptop, okay? If you don't have one and you cannot afford one. In a later video, I will discuss options and different websites that I found where you can get affordable electronic equipment to work from home or, go to school online from home. I'm going to share all of those resources with you. Understand, I'm not speaking to you to trigger you toward anger. I want you to see yourself. I'm holding a mirror. There is no excuse. There are no excuses. You have a decision to make. I did not like my circumstances. I was unhappy with what I was doing every single day because for me, that was not living. If you enjoy your job and you feel great in that environment and you love your coworkers and that you are joyous every single day going to your job and doing what it is that you do, I understand. I am not asking you to do anything different if you are happy with your current circumstances. If you are not, and you are bringing energy that is not the best into environments to bring the whole mood down, then you've got to look yourself in the mirror and decide that you are going to do something different about your energy. We're going to talk later in later videos about different methods, techniques, different things that I did personally to transcend my circumstances and to make changes, we'll dive deep into all of that and understand that I'm no expert on anything. I hold several professional certifications. They really don't mean anything more to me other than a means to provide a roof, over my head and just continue to be the same responsible adult that I've always been, right? But what matters to me is the butterfly effect of how we all behave and show up in the world, how we all cause a ripple effect on society when we are not in our best mental state, when we are not in the best place in our heart, when we are not at peace. You bring a vibe to circumstances and situations that, again, it causes a domino effect. You're angry, so you are snapping at the poor coffee lady at the counter in the morning for taking too long to make your coffee. True story. My hand is up. That was me. And then now she's angry because I've pissed her off. So now she's screaming at her fellow coworkers. And then the next customer gets a nasty clerk. And then so now my energy that I've caused this reverberation, the audacity of me to go into a coffee shop because I'm in a rush, because I didn't get up early enough, because I don't want to go to this job that I hate, right? That was who I was. I decided that I cannot live like that anymore. I don't want to put that energy out into the world anymore. I have to do something different. I am asking you to also do something different. Come close. Pull up a seat. Come real close.
Victim or not, make a decision.
If you didn't hear it, victim or not, make a decision. That's all for this episode, and I do thank you for listening. Remember my key principles: love, travel, and manifest. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time.